So this is the Cypress CapSense suitcase demo in a box. What we have here is a demonstration that implements capacitive touch sensing with a solution from Cypress Semiconductor and another one from competitor A and competitor B. And as you see here, we've got a proximity sensor. So as I approach my hands towards the kit, you can see these 4 LEDs that turn on or turn off. And we've got 4 buttons of various sizes, and this setup is then replicated 3 times over. So just looking at the CapSense buttons, touching these, obviously the buttons turn on one after each other. I can even slide my finger across and see each of those 4 LEDs light up, so I can use it as a slider with gestures. Doing the same thing on competitions, well, the proximity works, sort of. Button 1, button 2, button 3 at 6 millimeters is really hard to trigger. It doesn't seem to turn on. And then button 4 is okay. But doing the slider gesture, it looks like it's still missing the button 3. It doesn't pick it up. Solution number 3 doesn't seem to have implemented any sort of proximity demos. It does have buttons though that work all right. But the slider gesture does not seem to pick up the 2 smaller buttons, or very intermittently so. Each of these 3 designs are implemented with the respective company's design guidelines and references. The next thing I'm going to do here is I have a 2 millimeter plastic overlay that I can put on top of this board and then repeat that demo. Of course, we aren't reprogramming, so we're falling back on SmartSense auto-tuning to do the job here. And as you see, the Cypress buttons still work just fine, individually and as a slider. Whereas the competition is still having difficulty on the smaller buttons. And competition C, that was doing the smaller buttons okay before, doesn't seem to perform under the 2 millimeter overlay. The next thing I'm going to do is reach out into my accessories box to grab one of these 2 kinds of gloves. I'll use a thicker one. This looks like a work glove with some sort of plastic material. And as you see on the Cypress solution, each of those buttons still work all right, including the smaller ones. Competition solution is having difficulty on these last 2 buttons picking up the glove touch. Same with competition C, does not pick up the small buttons with glove touch, and of course then cannot do the slider operation. And then the last demo I had, I've got a little spray bottle here with water. Let's see how it performs. So I've got water droplets all over the overlay now. Cypress buttons, all 4 of them, just work without the need for any auto calibration or recalibration, because it's all SmartSense auto tuning. Competition solutions still sort of only work, not in all cases. And same thing with company C. So there you go. That was the CapSense demo in a box. And what we've highlighted here is how Cypress's CapSense solution works in a robust way under extreme conditions,